Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we'll see how to write a quality research paper and how to get published in a high impact journal. This is the outline of the video. First, we'll ask a question about we are going to write a paper or we are going to select first a paper. Suppose that you want to write a good quality research paper. So how to deal with this? You are going to write direct your paper or you are going to select a journal to write your paper. So we also teach you how to select a right journal. We'll give some tips about how to write a quality research paper, then some tips also about how to avoid predatory journal. Before we continue in this video, we will talk about our previous videos. So in the previous video, we try to see how to recognize a quality research paper in your research area. For instance, when you download a paper, you want to know if this paper is good or no. So which criteria you have to select. So first, you can choose the journal impact. See the level of the journal impact, which what is the impact of the journal, and also we say that we can try to see the conference edition, how many conference edition this paper, if it, in case it is a conference paper, it is a first edition, second edition, a third edition, because more the conference have more edition, more it is a better conference and well-known conferences. So you can focus on this. You also say about traditional publishing, because recently we see many universities are trying to avoid to how to public to publish in open source like open access journal, but it don't mean that open access journal is not good. It's only because some university they have their own requirement for students in order to graduate. So this so you can also see about the experimental and analysis data. So how the author performs their data analyzing. Are they can give more information about the data and the experimental? Can you find the source code of the data in case of usually engineering research? So also there are some way to judge if a paper is good or not is to find the recommended list of the journal or conference provided by your university. For instance, in computer science in China, there's what we call CCF list. We have explained it before. That means for computer for China Computer Federation. So and also the university rank. For instance, as we say, when you read the paper, you can try to see the author, which university are there. They are from high level university or low level university. So because usually when it is a high level university, they don't accept the student to publish to low or predatory journal. So you have to see the level of the author. So this is just a review about how to recognize if a paper is a good paper based on your research area. Also see how to read a paper. We say usually everyone read paper from title to conclusion, but this way we explain that is not a good way, and you can try to see the previous video to get more information about what we say about this paper. So now if you come back on our topic about how to publish a good quality research paper in a high impact journal. So the first question we say is to that you are going to write first the paper or selecting first our target journal. So if you want to write a quality research paper to get published in a high impact, where to find existing quality research paper, because you want to write a good paper, so you have to get a similar good paper. To where to find them in your research based on your research area, and where this paper exists, where are they published, so and how a quality research paper looks like. So based on this question, we can answer to our question: are we going to write first our paper, or we are going to select first the journal where you are going to see the template and the good quality? So based on this question, we can see that it's good to select first a target journal, because you want to do something very good, so you have to get what people have done that is good, how a good quality research paper looks like, and how it is writing, and how it is writing in terms of grammar improvement, or in terms of organization, how it is well organized. So first you have to go to find your target journal. It means the journal, the future journal you are going to, where you are going to publish your paper. So now, based on this question, as we say, you have to select first your target journal. But which kind of journal? Because basically there are two main type of journal. There's some journal that is a open access journal, and some also that is a traditional journal, or something like the closed access journal. So for open access, as we say, so it is fast, but it is a fast journal, but it is also cost. So as we say, open access journal is rapid, and but sometimes it costs at least 500, and usually the most best journal, open access journal, their fees is around 1,000, 3,000. You can check on Google to find more information about this price. So but it's rapid, and also is access to everyone. Everyone can download those. So for visibility, open access is good, and traditional access is good, and because it's free, and sometimes you just need to pay small fees. For instance, some journals, they have a regular paper, like a maximum number of page. If you didn't exceed this page, you don't have to pay anything. And traditional journal, usually they are they have more experience than open access journal, because before there is not open access journal, it's only all journal are almost traditional, so they have more experience than this recent open access journal. But also some journal have both option. They have a traditional journal, and they also give option for open access journal. So but we, based on our experience, we see that now more and more universities and professors, they don't encourage the student to publish to in an open access journal. So the question is why? Based on my own experience, I think sometimes they think about the money, and also some supervisor, for instance, in my experience that I have in China, when they want to get promotion, they have to publish in a high impact journal, and also a recommended journal by their community, that is CCF, that means China Computer Federation committee. So this is why, based on my own experience, I think many university and professors do not encourage their students to publish in open access journal. For instance, in our research field, it's not even allowed to publish in open access journal. If you want to graduate in our department, that is the computer science department, you have to publish in a journal list provided by the university. You don't have to publish anywhere and anyhow. So but it's not mean that open access journal are not a good journal. If all depend on the university requirement, and which paper you have to publish, in which journal you have to publish in order to graduate. So because you can see sometimes even some conference, they prefer some conference rather than journal, because these reference are listed in their recommending journal and conference list web page, or list PDF. But also, when you publish in a relative new journal, is also a risk, because a established journal, they don't have experience, and sometimes you need to wait for 2 years before they can be evaluated and give you an impact. So, and many traditional journals have been around for decades, so their reputation is well established, as I tell you. So you can see that for traditional journals, the reputation is well established. But the most important for as a student is you to publish in a journal or conference recommended by a university in order to graduate. As a student, the most important thing for you is to try to ask your university or your supervisor or your department or your college to know which are my requirement in order to graduate, because you can publish many paper, but at the end, if you don't know, you come for the committee for presentation, for defend or to send to blind review. They say, okay, no, you are not allowed to send your thesis to blind review because you didn't publish in the recommending journal or conference by the university or by your department. So when you are a new student, either in China or in your country, you have to know which one, in which journal, on which conference you have to publish in order to graduate. So this is the most important. If your university accept to publish in open access journal, that is okay. If they don't accept you, you have to publish in traditional, is also okay. But if they accept also both of them, is also okay for you. So you have to know when you come fresh student in university to know in which journal and or conference you have to publish in order to graduate. So now that you have select your target, you know that you are going to select your target journal. For instance, you say, okay, me, I'm going to select a paper from a open access or traditional publication journal. So if you have like now which one to select, so as we say, you have to, if you have recommended list from your journal, just select from it. Okay. If you don't have, select journal with a high impact factor. In case your supervisor or your university don't provide you a type of journal where you can download a paper, so or where you can publish your paper, so you have to select a high impact. But usually most universities have there's a recommended list. So, but now what is an impact factor? By definition, it's just an average number of citations for each paper published in a journal during the 2 preceding years. For instance, here you should say A is a total citation in 2020, then B is a total citation to article published between 1819. So if C is the number of article publishing in 1820, so the impact factor is B over C. So that is mean is the impact factor is 2020. So basically this is the definition of impact factor. So now that you have select your target journal, so which article type you should choose, like which one you say, okay, I'm going to download in this journal my article, my papers. So which type of paper, because basically we have some type of paper that you will come back to make a video to detail all these type of papers. So for a beginner, if you no experience and no idea, you just select. For instance, you are a fresh student, you are starting a research, so if it's better to select like a review, survey or tutorial paper, because this survey, review, article and tutorial papers, they give more details and a general idea about the subject. They give, because as the name says, review, survey, they summarize, they classify, they make taxonomy of many paper and give the advantage, disadvantage of the paper. And also the most important thing in the review paper or survey paper, they give like future research work, like open question, like research challenging. So it will help you to get an idea as a beginner, and also to see how the paper is organized. So but for instance, for someone who have who want to do contribution or to understand a specific previous published paper, for instance, you are starting your research about two Yes, now you want to get idea about 1.5, you want to get idea. So it's better you select a specific topic on your research, because we suppose that when you start, you have start getting idea. This is what I want to do in this area. This is what I want to propose. This is how I want to contribution. So if you select a technical paper, a specific technical topic, so it will help you to get idea, because technical paper usually it focus on a specific methodology, on algorithm, on analyzing or technique. So in this term also will come to present what exactly methodology, what is an technical, what is a method, because sometimes many research make a confusion about methodology, method, algorithm, techniques. So this how it is going to do. So to summarize this part, we can say for a beginner, it's better to download a review, survey, or tutorial paper to get more idea and more details about your subject. But for someone who advanced in his research, he want to do contribution, but he don't know how to do contribution in the paper. He read, he cannot get a new idea. So to get a new idea and make your contribution, is better you download a specific research topic that focus on a specific problem. So for that, you can understand the problem the author try to solve, and how they solve it, and what is their contribution, and how they did their contribution, so that you can also do your contribution. So, and sometimes when you read a paper, you can get some formula that you make you lazy to read this paper. So you have to sometimes to refer to books, because books give more detail about formula. Sometimes you can see some formula in the paper on the optimization method or something like that, but you don't know how the author prove them, or how the author get them. So this is why it is better to get a book that talk about your topic or your research area, to get more details about technical issue in when you are reading a paper. So that is how to deal and how to choose a paper. So to summarize, we say, okay, first we have to select, you have to write or select a journal. We say that we have to select a target journal. After select a target journal, which type of article we have to choose? We say that basically there's some type of article like survey or review article and technical paper. So thank you for watching my video. If you like it, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. See you for the next video.